Hey, how y'all doing today? Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, there's probably a lot of noise in the background. Tony's not allowed in the kitchen now, so he's watching TV, and Mila's in there talking and going nuts. Like she wants to probably go outside, but it's raining. Anyway, today I'm going to decorate Tony's birthday cake, and it's going to be chocolate cake with chocolate ice cream, some white frosting, and then I'm going to use black for some of the decorations. I'm going to put some of this chocolate drip around the edges because he really liked that when I did that to Candace's cake. He better not be coming in here. And then I'm going to put some Three Musketeers and some Reese's on top of the cake. And I haven't decided yet, but I'm either going to use these black sugar sprinkles or some mini chocolate chips to decorate it. I'm thinking I'm going to go with the chocolate chips, but I'm not 1000% sure yet. But right now I'm just getting the icing into the piping bags, and I'm going to open all my candy bars. I got to try to do this as quick as possible because it's going to be a layer of cake, a layer of ice cream in the shape of a cake, you know, in the shape of the cake layer, and then another layer of cake. And then I got to try to quickly ice it. And then I'm going to probably stick it in the freezer just for a little bit, get it back out, and try to decorate it as quick as I can so the ice cream don't melt, and then put it back in the freezer until it's time. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. I've never made an ice cream cake like this before, so we'll see how it turns out.
Right here, I'm just trying to get these candy bars open, and I'm putting them in bowls so that when it's time to put them on the cake, I can hurry and I don't have to fight with taking the paper off. I got this cake layer into this Ziploc bag with no problem, but now it's not wanting to come back out. So I just end up getting my scissors and cutting it open. And now I'm just trying to level my cake out the best that I can. And this thing works so much better than using a knife, which I did for the longest time until I got this. Now I'm just going to start getting the ice cream layer ready. I've got to cut off some of the edges to make it more flat because the way it froze back with this parchment paper, it didn't freeze evenly on top. And now it's time to start adding the frosting around the edges. And I'm just going to use this piping bag to squirt it on there. And then I normally just try to smooth it out the best that I can. And right here you can see that I'm starting to freak out and panic just a little bit because the frosting is not sticking to the ice cream. It just slid right off. And I don't know what to do, but in the end I figured out that I think the ice cream was starting to thaw a little, and that little bit of moisture was keeping the frosting from sticking to it. So at this point, I'm using the scraper, I'm using the spoon, I'm just doing everything I can to try to get this cake covered as quickly as possible and the best that I can so that I can get it back in the freezer for a few minutes.
Okay, just in case you didn't know, because I didn't know, cake frosting does not stick very well to ice cream. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It got super messy there for a little bit, but I got most of the cake frosted, and there's still a little bit of it in the ice cream area that I need to do. And I was wondering if I stuck it back in the freezer, which I was gonna have to do anyway, for about 20 or 30 minutes and let that ice cream harden back up some more. Maybe I can get what little bit of white frosting I have left to stick to the couple of little parts that didn't get enough frosting. And so we're gonna try that. I mean, I'm just learning as I go. I'm not a professional. I tell y'all that every time. I've never made an ice cream cake. I've bought him one from Baskin-Robbins before, so I know somehow they get the frosting to stick to the ice cream. Maybe I put too much ice cream, because I did make the layer about this thick. I don't know, but we'll see how this turns out. I hope it turns out decent enough for him, because I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have tried something new for a birthday cake, but I don't really have any other time to practice these cakes. We have quite a few birthdays throughout the year, so that's when I work on it. So we'll see how. I'm gonna use this for the front because this cake is nowhere near as smooth as I wanted it to be, but we're gonna go with it. It's got cake crumbs on it and it's not perfectly smooth, but I can hardly get this frosting to stick to the ice cream. I finally got it all covered. What I'm gonna do now is try to quickly decorate it and get it back in the freezer.
Trying to decide here if I chose the best spot to be the front of the cake, and I end up settling on something. And then it's time to start adding a little bit of the black icing and the candies and the chocolate chips to the top of the cake.
Okay, y'all, I'm done. Like, I'm a little disappointed, but at the same time, it's not the worst job I've ever done. I wish the chocolate drip would have done a lot better, and I wish the frosting would have stuck better to the ice cream. But as soon as I can get the money and the time, I think I'm gonna take a cake decorating class, because every time I make a cake, I have some type of issue. So I know I need help. But I think you'll like it for what it is. And I'm going to flip you around and show you, because I'm feeling like he probably don't want to be on camera today, because he's just been lounging around in his pajamas on his birthday. So I just at least want to show y'all the cake. Okay, here's the actual cake. I do like the way the top turned out for the most part. I wish I would have had one more Three Musketeer, because it's a little off right here. But I don't know if it's over the top, but I ended up using the chocolate chips and the black sprinkles. And this is the cake drip situation. It's like it wasn't wanting to come out as good. And I cleaned out the top. So I don't know what that issue was. But yeah, that's the cake drip. And then I did put a little bit of border around here. Now, because it was ice cream in there, I didn't have long enough to work with it to get the cake crumbs off of the frosting. So it does have crumbs on it. But, you know, it's okay. I hope he likes it.